Who is going to win the Shanghai Major? We've got the best 8 teams making it into the playoffs, but before I show you my picks, let's see how I did in the elimination stage. I got 8 picks right in the elimination stage, 8 out of 10 picks, and this elimination stage was super easy. A lot of people got at least 5 right because of all the favorites going through. The only ones I missed was Na'Vi, which they did have a good chance to go 3-0 because in their 1-0 game played MIBR, but they choked that, and then they didn't even qualify the playoffs, which is even crazier. The returning major champs won't be there. And then Mongols going 3-0. And in my previous video, I said the winner of Mongols or G2 were going to go 3-0, but it was too risky for me to even put them up here. So I put both of them down here. I am still on the track to get Diamond, but before I show you who I'm going to choose to win the major, here's a quick word from today's sponsor, Skins Monkey. They are one of the best and easy to use CS2 skins trading site. All you have to do is select your skins you don't like, pick out new skins you do like, and now you have a nicer inventory. Skins Monkey is not just a trading site. You can buy skins with a 35% deposit bonus using code NART. Click my link below in the description to get a free $5 on your trade. Thanks, Skins Monkey. To get the diamond coin, we have to get 2 correct in the quarterfinals, then we have to get 1 correct in the semifinals, and then we have to pick the correct winner in the finals. Let's start from top to bottom. First matchup is Mongols versus Mouse. Mongols are super hot right now. 13-game win streak, haven't lost in about 7 weeks. They had a crazy run at the elimination stage, taking out G2, Heroic, Mouse, and they played Mouse in a very close matchup that went overtime 16-13 on Mirage. I see a lot of people going like this and making Mongols go all the way through and winning the title. However, for me, that's not going to be the case. People are writing out Mouse. So at PGL Copenhagen Major 6 months ago, Mouse did super well at the elimination stage. They were favored in the playoffs to go all the way through on their side of the bracket. They first had to play G2, which they choked, and then they got eliminated. Since then, I feel like they've gotten so much better. They've got enough stage experience now, and we've seen it at Rio. In this matchup, Mouse is going to be considered the underdogs, which is good for them. All the pressure is going to be put onto the Mongols, and this is going to be a close one. So if you look at the veto, Mouse bans Anubis, Mongols bans Vertigo. Mouse, I think, will pick Nuke, which they'll win. Mongols will pick Ancient, which I think they'll win. They'll come down to a map 3 decider of Mirage, which we saw they play in elimination stage, went into overtime, which Mongols sneaked out. But this time, I think Mouse will get the revenge, and they're going to upset the Mongols. Spirit, Liquid are just happy to be here. They've came a long way from their rebuild back in September. And I think their expectations was to make it the playoffs. They weren't looking to, actually win the major for Team Liquid. And how they got here was in the elimination stage, they beat MIBR, they beat Furia, and then they beat Gamer Legion. They didn't have strong opponents to get here, but it's not their fault. Then they also lost to Na'Vi in that opening game, which was a sloppy loss because they had a huge lead, which they could not close out. These two teams did meet in a best of 3 back in September when Liquid formed at Blast. And the key thing about that matchup was Zontix went 3-23 on the T side in that best of 3. That's not going to happen again, and Spirit are easily going to 2-0 Liquid, advancing through. G2 Heroic, G2 with a rough start against Mongols and the elimination stage. The way they played that game was very sloppy. They lost a lot of player advantages. Monesi wasn't hitting his shots. However, they are warmed up now with how they dominated FaZe. Everybody was firing on all cylinders. They look like a major winning team right there in that matchup. For Heroic, they showed that they belong here. They almost 2-0'd Mongols. They almost 2-0'd Spirit. They took out the former champs, Na'Vi. So Heroic are playing some great CS right now. However, for Heroic, I think G2's firepower is too much. G2 advances. Vitality FaZe. Vitality played super high elimination stage going 3-0. A lot of people have them as a favorite to even win this major. As for FaZe Clan, they struggle against G2. They look flat. Broky's having a hard time. He is going to be a key piece because he's got the up. He's going against Zaiwu, who's playing super hot right now. But people are always, saying, playoff FaZe. FaZe plays better in the playoffs. They play better on stage. However, from what I've seen, I just don't think that it's going to be the case here. I think this is going to be the end for them. This might be even the last time we see them together. So it was 6 months ago at the last major where FaZe and Vitality played at Copenhagen in the semifinals. FaZe knocked Vitality out. Since then, their last 4 meetups head to head, Vitality has beaten them every single time. Vitality is going to return that favor to FaZe Clan and knock them out, and they're going to advance. Let's look at the semifinals. First matchup, Mouse versus Team Spirit. Mouse is a team that gives Team Spirit a very hard time. They even 3-0'd them on LAN at BetBoom before. It was Mouse who stopped Team Spirit's hot streak last year. They even exposed Spirit's vertigo, which could come down to this matchup in Vito here. However, the last time Mouse played Spirit, they chose Mirage instead, which they did beat Spirit on Mirage, but Team Spirit did win that best of 3. This one's hard to call because Mouse is overall the better team than Spirit. However, Spirit have Donk and Shiro, the crazy, insane firepower duo. Do I go against that? Which I think so. Mouse is going to, if you want to consider this upset, I am going to choose Mouse to advance through. This next matchup in the semis makes me sad. G2 Vitality, 2 huge favorites to win the major. Was hoping that they'd be on the opposite side of the bracket so they can meet in the finals, but we potentially have a final matchup here. This is a 50-50 matchup. It could go either way. There's really no way to break it down who's going to win this. It could go either way. So I personally think G2 will go through. Then we get the finals, G2 Mouse. Copenhagen Major quarterfinals rematch. G2's firepower is going to overwhelm Mouse, and G2 is going to win the major. Before this major even started, I had G2 winning the major, so Monasi is going to become the best player in the world. Nico wins his first major, and G2 are your Shanghai Major champs. Again, about this playoff pick'em challenge, even if you get this top bracket wrong, you are still in the hunt for diamond, because remember, we only need to get one correct in the semifinals, and we need to pick the correct major winner. So picking the major winner is the most important part, which I have G2. So it doesn't matter for me if Mongols beats Mouse or, Mouse, Mongol, Spirit, whoever goes through to play G2. I still have G2 beating any of these 3 teams. Let's save my picks. What do you think about them? Let me know down below in the comments. Check out this video where I opened 100 Shanghai Major sticker capsules, and I'm giving away all the stickers I opened in this video. Click now, and I'll see you in the next one.